Hey.
Thank you, ladies, both for being here on the Outlaws podcast with TS Madison. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I am so excited to be sitting here today with royalty on both sides. We have a young princess and a demure queen. And I am really so excited to be here doing this because I ran into one of the royal ladies at the VMAs, and I also have been watching one of the royal ladies since I was a kid. Yes, I have been a kid before. Yes, don't let this youthfulness fool you. I was younger than this at one time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for you right now to put your hands together for Sasha Colby and Chappell Roan. Nobody ain't clapping in here?
Wild.
Ladies, I am honored to have you both on this podcast because this has been a work in progress that we've been working on for a very, very, very long time. And as funny as it may sound, we've got a lot of no's. We have a lot of no's, and iHeart said yes. And I want you to know how important it is. I just want to start from the gate with this, Chappell. How important it is for you to be sitting here and for you to be a champion for LGBTQIA and specifically for transgender women's rights, for transgender women's existence, for championing we transgender people as human beings. And I don't think that people really understand the magnitude because your star just came in and then just took over the skies. For someone to have presence and use their presence to speak for the voiceless, we thank you. We salute you. We support you. We love you for that. Because there are a lot of people in this world who say, oh, I love the girls. I'm this, but will get somewhere and be like, thank you to Recording Academy. Good night. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. When you walk into a space, you've let it be known. I'm here because others were there. And this particular group of people are the reason why there's gas to fuel my star. And I just want to look directly at you and tell you, thank you for that. Thank you so much. You don't understand how your presence is so important and that people need to take a note from your pad and know that you are supposed to do this. This is what you're supposed to do when you get into big spaces. Thank you. Thank you, niece.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it's important that you know this. Now my sister over here. I was so elated to see you walk out on that stage at RuPaul's Drag Race. What season was it, y'all?
15.
15.
Yes.
Because you know we're filming all these things. So RuPaul's Drag Race 15. And I watched you walk out on that stage. And I said right then and there, honey, y'all might as well give her the $200,000. She's already won. I have been watching you since I was a young girl. I've watched you entertain. I've watched you, when you came through and you gave us all the sickeningness that you are on those pageant tapes, and you made Jim Flint give you that crown. Every young girl who's been a trans woman has always wanted to vie for the title of Miss Continental. And, we've watched all the girls come through, battle and compete, and you came and shook it up. But I have been watching you before, because you've ran for other titles, and you've always been this petite girl, honey. Hawaii. You've been always Hawaii. And I'm doing all this movement and stuff like this. But I'm from Miami. And so when you're a Florida girl, they always tell you, Oh, girl, those girls from Honolulu, Hawaii, Thailand. Oh, girl, honey, those girls, those are the girls. You know, and so when you won, and I just knew when you came out on Drag Race, I was like, oh, girl, she's going to eat this. The rest of these girls in the back better be ready. But I will tell you this, you made those girls step their pussy up. You made those girls compete on your season. You made them compete because they knew they were in the presence of royalty, and they also knew that they were in the presence of a fierce competitor. I thank you for existing and for not only taking your crown from Continental and not letting it stop there, and to get on the largest stage in the world and say, this is mine. Thanks.
And thank you.
Yes.
Honestly, thank you.
Ladies, you are on the podcast of the Outlaws podcast with TS Madison. So I'm going to start with you, Chappell. There's a segment it's called Talk Your Shit. And it's time for you to talk your shit. In this in this segment, we ask who you are, what you do, what are you proud of? And in this moment, these are your times to shine. So, Chappell, I'm going to start with you. Who are you and what do you do? As if you bitches didn't know.
I'm a singer and I write songs, but I'm also a drag queen.
What?
And I would say I'm fierce. I might say I'm fierce. And I would also say I've broken many records. I've broken many records with the girls. And I feel imposter syndrome sometimes. Like just saying this, I know that when I read like the podcast, like, okay, this is what to expect. Like, this is where you talk your shit. I was like, I've never done that before.
Well, come on,
so
virgin.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a virgin. So this is crazy for me to actually say. But I just won a Grammy. I just won 2 Brits. I've won the Billboard Artist of the Year. I won BBC One's Best New Artist. Like, we've done a lot this year and broke Lollapalooza, like the biggest crowd of all time. Broke some records at Gov Ball, just like sold out a massive tour like that. It's like we are doing good considering I was dropped in 2020 working the drive-thru and was about to give up on everything. And pulled myself together, and here we are now. So I'm a singer altogether, but also a girly who is very like against the machine and of the industry and of like very against what the pop girls are supposed to be doing. I would say I would like align with Sinead O'Connor.
Oh. So basically what my niece just said, you can't fuck with me. I'm new. And I came in and broke records. I'm that girl.
With all the accolades.
With all the accolades.
All the accolades.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, Sasha.
I got like goosebumps.
She gave you goosebumps?
It's incredible. And to be like actually being able to say it in a space where you can feel safe to say that is like
it's hard to
powerful.
say. It's like actually like hard for me to say that.
Why? Why do you think it's hard for you to say it?
Well, because I grew up like Midwestern girly, and like always modest is hottest, and like modesty also meaning like your pride is be humble, you know, which is absolutely important. And like I have a hard time like, when is it too much? When is it prideful? When is it too humble? When is it not giving yourself enough credit? But it's hard for me to just like to feel like I'm not boasting about myself. But it is awesome.
What's your sign? Can I ask you what's your sign?
Pisces. Oh, yeah. But I'm on the cusp. I'm the 19th, February 19th.
So you're almost an Aries.
Almost an Aquarius.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Aquarius and Pisces.
Oh, so you're because I'm a Libra Scorpio.
Oh, love.
And I have a Pisces moon.
Ooh. Oh, I have a Libra moon. Or maybe not. Maybe it's a labor rights.
No, I like
actually.
that.
I don't know, actually. The girls know.
I know. I don't know.
So you do. So do you throw salt over your shoulder sometimes? So do
I'm
you,
not a.
Oh, you're not a bruja.
I'm not a bro.
Well, you are magic. I'd like for you to know that, and you have the right to talk your shit because these are things that people have said that you couldn't do.
It's true.
And so there's always a time to talk your shit, especially when you know your capabilities and what you have done. And then you have people like me that's going to come back here and be like, yes, bitch, eat them up. Fuck them hoes up, bitch. Don't you put a rubber on, beat them raw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, niece, this is the time for you to talk your shit.
Who am I? My name is Sasha Colby. I'm a, actress, performer, musician, activist, mother, goddess, all of it. For Miss Continental, winner of Drag Race season 15. Just kind of enjoying life and reaping the rewards and from your 20s to 40s, it's like you plant your seeds to make all the things that you can reap. And I'm just turned 40 and I'm about to reap. Let's go.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm 47. I'll be 48 this year.
Yes.
And I think that this is the time that you really, get into the reaping of things. But here's the thing. Don't ever let age, and this is for you too, niece. Don't ever let age, if I'm not 30, I can't do this. Or if I'm 40, I can't. It comes when it's supposed to. Just like your star came exactly when it was supposed to. I'd like to back up just a tiny bit. And so you used to work at a drive-through, you said?
I worked at Scooter's coffee drive-through kiosk.
And you are from the Midwest. And in the Midwest, they told you, well, just be humble. Like you've heard this countless times. You too, right?
Oh, yeah. It's very big in Hawaii. Like, don't be grand. Don't act out of pocket. Yeah.
I think mine was
just
wrapped
dumb yourself
up
down.
in mine was, I think, wrapped up in guilt of Christian guilt.
Oh, yeah. We definitely had some Jehovah's Witness guilt there.
Yeah. Wait, were you Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah.
So you were Jehovah's Witness?
I grew up that, yeah. My family still is, hey. Or no, hi.
And what was your religious background?
I was Christian, non-denominational kind of, but it's murky. It's murky what denomination it actually was. But
what have you found in your beliefs on both? Because listen, I'm from the South.
Yeah.
So that means I was Baptist immediately.
Yeah.
And Christ and Christianity and all of that stuff has been this thing that has governed us all. And I think that religion has been the biggest detriment to human beings. And I'm Black, I always say to us as a Black person, I feel like this has been the biggest detriment to the Black community, religion, not relationship, because I do believe that both of you ladies have some belief system in what you believe in that you draw your power from, but you're just not governed by religion or the religious aspects of everything. And so when you were saying you feel guilty or you felt guilty about being, or when do I turn on my star?
Yeah.
And it's hey, I have to be humble. Let me be humble. That's something that they will embed in you as, do you identify as queer? That is something that they embed in you as a person that's queer to walk behind.
Yeah.
Or to
dumb down. Self-monitor. Yeah. That was a lot. The shame. My family's love was always attached to shame. There was always that level of I love you, but don't want to be seen with you in public, or I love you, but can you go inside? The brothers and sisters are coming. Go hide somewhere. Was always this level of they want to treat me like a human, but they're nervous that they can't. It's also absolute when you come with man-made religion. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in a spirituality and a connection with something, but to say that organized religion isn't just another way to oppress POCs, queer people, is like...
It's to control.
Yeah.
I do believe that it was all put together to control. Because if we're both speaking from a place of a loving God, God hasn't told any of these people that are doing whatever they're doing right now, especially in this regime that we're under right now, God hasn't told any of those people to do any of the things that they're doing. Because if you look at you and me, we're human beings. We are humans that all of us in this room deserve the right to live. We deserve the right to eat. We deserve the right to love. We deserve those rights. And so this regime that we're under right now is trying to strip us all from those rights. And that is why, back to you, my niece, your voice is important, because you can walk in a room and you are, they can see you as a beautiful white woman who can sing, who has privilege. And for you to take that and take moments of that and understand those moments that you have and say, hey, all of you that are watching me right now, queer rules, bitch. You know, we don't have enough of that. We don't have enough of those people. We have so many people talking about how they love us. I love you. I love you, love you. But then when it comes down to it, you go in the voters, in the booth, and you vote for something that's financially beneficial for you instead of from a human aspect of it. So I take it that you're not Jehovah's Witness anymore.
No. No, I stopped actually when I was like 14. I had gotten into, there was just like always gossip in the church, you know, like people who are just, the whole thing with like Jehovah's Witness, which is hilarious, is they market it as a place where you want to spend eternity with these people. I don't even want to spend like 2 hours on a Sunday with you.
Right.
Why would I want to spend eternity with you? Like, that is insane. So I just kind of saw past it, and I told my parents, I really don't like the hypocrisy that me being queer or me being outwardly like feminine at 14 is a bigger sin than the guy who's like having, me being outwardly queer or like outwardly feminine at 14 was a bigger sin than that guy who's going to have who got his
you can
girlfriend pregnant.
I'd like for you to be as vulgar. listen, my nieces. I need for y'all to be as vulgar as you like here, because this is where you can express. You know, I'm not one of those places where they come in and I need you to monitor. Nah, cuss, fuss, express. You know how you was tearing that the reporter up
with on the carpet,
tearing that reporter up. All of that type of stuff drew me into you. Like, now I like a person that will wear you out and be like, hey, I know you. Remember that time when I was over there? I was like, yes, eat them up.
Yeah.
Here's where you can do all of that stuff, you know, because I do that. You know, I tell a bitch to eat glass in a heart, eat a glass dick.
Eat a glass dick is crazy.
I love that video.
Yes. So let's talk about origin story here. In this part of the podcast, I want either or both of you to tell me a turning point, an experience, or a source of inspiration, or a eureka moment that shaped your paths today.
Origin story that made me like this monster?
Made you that monster. Yes.
I think, one of like the first origin stories was me at like 17. I was like, so I graduated at 18 and like literally 19 tits. Like immediately like started doing the sex work and did all the things I had to do in order to get this to look the way I wanted to. And I was a very impatient, stubborn gal. So she was 17. I was like still like closeted, like not really sure if I could be gay or not. And my best friends like took me to my first drag show. And I snuck into an 18 over club and I sat right down in the middle, and it was in Hawaii. It's a place called Venus, and it was like the legend queen there. It was her 40th, so she had like the best of the best.
What was her name?
Aiko. Her name's Aiko. Aiko. Yeah.
Okay.
She actually owns Miss Universal Show Queen in Hawaii, but it was her 40th, and she had the best of the best performing for her show, and that's where I saw like the best trans drag, the best like boy drag, the best like what Hawaii had to offer, and a lot of it was really founded around Miss Continental, because Continental actually, and the baton where Jim Flint made Continental, the first cast of people were actually from Hawaii. They were part of the Glades in the 1960s and 70s.
Wow.
Then he brought them to Chicago. So there's a connection between the pageant world and like Continental and Hawaii that we hold like really close. So I got to see like Yoshiko Oshiro. I got to see these amazing Continental performers, drag performers, trans women. I saw Kaina Jacobs for the first time, Dina Jacobs. Like, it was incredible. And that was like, sign me up. Like, I was immediately.
So Yoshiko Oshiro, she won Continental.
She won, yes.
She was the beautiful.
2000, the little Asian.
Yes, the beautiful
and then
girl.
she crowned Candace, who's from Maui. So it's like Hawaii girl crowned Hawaii girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you kind of like have so you are part of the origin story of Continental.
It's kind of, yeah. When I go home to Hawaii, I'll go and we'll have like a pa'ina, which is a party. And the elder femmes, the elder Hawaiians, all of them will come out and like, we'll have a big barbecue at the beach. And I get to see like these legends that I used to watch or like like Ask Jeeves, because it was that, it was like the beginning of like Netscape. But I would like try to look up drag queen, and, you know, Mimi Marks would come up, or Maya Douglas. And we would look at all these amazing trans women. They were all trans women that were doing drag, you know?
Wow. Like Chili Pepper.
Chili Pepper.
Yeah. Oh my God. Listen, I'm sitting here getting so excited because I've watched these tapes. Niece, I want you to have your
Continental
mom.
night.
I want you to have your mom.
Yeah.
I really want you to have your
night.
mom take you in there and just, when you're not busy, because you're ruling the world. I really want you to have your mom sit down and just like put on the big screen and just put in get an old VHS. See, you young. Do you know
VCR.
VCR. Put that over there and just like get all the pageant tapes so that you can be like,
oh my gosh. That's what I had. Like in like my drag mom did for me, like had a bucket of like from 1984 to 2004. And I just watched.
Did you ever compete in MBU?
No, I never did. They wanted me to, but I never did. But,
I really wish you did.
I only did Continental, actually. Yeah, I did Continental 4 times before I won. So I did some prelims, but I used to judge, after I won, I judged Miss Gay US of A a few times.
So you never done EO?
No, I never did. I've always wanted to, but I'm like, once I got Continental, then I was like.
So you left Continental with right to Drag Race. He was like, honey, I'm going to the elite.
I found that little like chute where you could just like go down. I just took a little shortcut.
Wow. Now, Chappell, top her. I'd like to know what's the origin story? What got you to be to the place that you are now? Like, what created this monster?
Gay clubs. Go-go dancers specifically. Yeah.
So as a Christian woman, you left out of the church and went straight to the gay clubs.
Yes.
And watched all the go-go dancers.
I was in shock. And like, I was in awe. And it was just like, how do I be them? Just watching go-go dancers. And I always wanted to feel sexy in that way. Because I felt so shameful about being sexy. There was like this weird thing in my head that I thought the more modest you were, like the better woman you were, or like the more kind of subdued, the more you will be respected. And I just realized like everything that I was taught that was like really disrespected, like sex work, gay people, drag queens, blue eyeshadow, like it could be down to the long nails. Like it's.
Wait a minute.
You know what I mean?
Wait, I need you to break down the blue eyeshadow for me.
It's like stigmatized. Wow. It's like, well, one, like, love 17 magazine, but like when I would read so much 17 magazine and never, you know, when I was a teenager, it was like, if you have blue eyes, no blue eyeshadow. And like also blue eyeshadow is just like so wrapped up in drag within sex work, within performance. Like, so I didn't ever do anything.
So can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Ready for a secret?
Let's do it.
You know where the blue eyeshadow being tied into sex work comes from?
No.
Have you ever seen the movie Deep Throat?
I've heard, but never actually watched it.
Okay, when they brought movies to cinema back in the 70s, majority of the women that were a part of the Deep Throat movie, they had blue eyeshadow. And you didn't make me realize this until I started to this conversation right here. Watching Deep Throat. Oh my God, what was her name? Somebody help me. Somebody other help me.
Linda Lovelace?
Was it?
Was it?
They used to have blue eyeshadow on all the beautiful girls. Like if the girls were beautiful like that, the lashes would be long and the eyeshadow would be like a deep blue. It was Linda Lovelace. Listen, your auntie.
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Your aunt goes back into some stuff like, about how, listen, sex has been so demonized when it's how we all got here. We've explored our best songs that we've written or heard from some sexual experience. I love the guy. I hate him now. It's because he fucked you good both times. The dick was good on each of the times. You loved it for it, and now you hate him because he gave it to you. Then we have a lot of sex workers and prostitution or whatever, like blue eyeshadow. I love a deep, and tomorrow.
Dipping in that blue.
I'm going to have a very deep royal blue eyeshadow. No wonder royal blue is my favorite color. But that is so crazy that you say that you were demonized for blue eyeshadow. You were really religiously whooped.
Yeah.
I was too, but I said no more of that shit. God knew when I came to this world that I was going to suck dick. He knew it. He knew it. And he's watched me do it. And still has given me life and breath every day.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? I want to know, when did you know that you had a gift of song that you can sing?
When I was 13, and I auditioned for like the Christmas talent show in my middle school.
What did you sing?
The Christmas song, like Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire song.
Can I get a little bit?
Right now?
Just a little bit.
Let me think. What's the key? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide. Keep going.
Yeah, because I want to join in with you. I want to join.
Okay, join. Yuletide carols being sung by a
choir. Everybody knows.
A turkey and some mistletoe help to make the spirit
bright. And you knew then that you could sing. So when did your parents know that you could sing?
That day.
That day.
Day.
And did they say, slow down, girl, be humble?
No, they're like, you're going to America's Got Talent.
As
everyone in the Midwest does. You either go to American Idol or America's Got Talent. If you can sing. I still get asked that. Someone will say like, when you go on American Idol, when are you going to go? It's like,
like, girl, I passed American Idol. Did you not just hear me say, honey, I won this, I won that, I sold out to a girl? No. Honey, are you crazy? And I don't wear blue eyeshadow. I'd like to get to this part of our show. It's called the villain era.
Ooh.
You know, I want to start with you because I've watched you. I've watched you, and I've been over there like, cut them, girl. I've been watching you. I want to pass you my razor blade every time you turn your beautiful gown around and you catch somebody out there that you want to tear up. I'll be like, girl, here go my razor blade, cut them. So now the villain era is, every outlaw gets labeled a villain. At some point, often when you're just trying to live your truth and do your best. Now, your villain era could be a time where you stopped people pleasing, a time you stood up for yourself, or maybe made a mistake. Maybe you did something that sparked some controversy, or maybe the world just simply wasn't ready for you. Now, ladies, I'd like to know, what was your villain era and what did you learn from it?
I feel like I already said some of my villain era. I felt like my villain era was when I was queer.
In the words of Britney Spears, give me more.
Well, I thought it was because when I was queer as like an adolescent and I was a villainized in religion or in my home and not feeling safe there. But I have a few more villain eras. Let me think of something.
Were you ever made to feel like a villain on Drag Race? Or not because of Drag Race, or like the internet made you a villain for anything?
You know, that is something that I am coming to grips with. Yeah, I was going to say like right now is a very misunderstood villain era.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of trans people for like that reason alone.
Definitely.
I feel like, there's a lot of eyes just on you, when we're just trying to like be and make our art and create. And if we're not doing what, half of these viewers or these people on social media are saying, then, we're not doing it right or we're being told. I really like try so hard to just like sit on my hands when I'm like looking at these comments and stuff. And I'm like, just don't even.
Oh, so you don't do what your auntie do?
I try not to.
Because you know how I get down.
I know. I do the thing where I write it all out and then I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to my friends and then I'll erase it.
Oh, no.
Because I don't know, but I just feel like I don't want to give anybody ammo.
Yeah.
But that's just like so much fear-based, like especially just feeling like uncomfortable to speak your mind or your truth at all right now. But especially being on a show that, for me, it was a competition show. It was a show that I got to showcase all that I love with this social part of it that really would make you, have friction with your castmates or have friction with yourself too. And that comes off on the television show. And then it's kind of based on what other people perceive you as.
And edits.
And and the edits. But yes, I do believe in the edits, but I never said anything you could edit bad. So I mean, you can't. If you're gonna blame it on the edit, you got to blame it on
what you said.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. If there's something to edit, then they'll definitely grab to it. Especially if you have nothing else to offer on the show.
Right, girl. Because I've judged, but that's another story. Chappell.
My villain era. I mean, I think that I've had like 3 in the past 9 months, probably, just because I was the new girl in the pop game. Where I was like, I don't give a fuck what you say to these girls who have been doing this since they were 10 and told that like this is okay, that how you're treated. Like, I did not get like famous until I was like 26. So I like had a lot of time to realize like, oh, this is what it's like to be an adult and how to be like respected in a job. Like I've been treated better at like my donut shop job than I have on a fucking carpet. Like in the fucking, I mean, people on the news treat me worse than like how customers did. It's crazy. And so I think when I started to say, don't talk to me like that, I'm not going to show up for blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't want to. That doesn't mean that I'm a villain or ungrateful for what I have. It's like, why is this customary? Like, it's so, I know I always say abusive, but like, when I was walking on the carpet for the first time and people just yelling your name, just screaming it at you, I'm like, what if I like had so much trauma from a parent or like a caregiver screaming my name at me constantly, and then you're supposed to like, you walk on a carpet and that's exactly what's happening, and it's so scary because you haven't been yelled at in a long time, and your body just, you have to ignore all fight or flight and just look hot. Like, so that is one, like the carpet situation when I was like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Like, you can't talk to me like that. Immediate villain, because there's not many girls who are new in the game that can do that and get away with it. Like, I thought it was really interesting reading something about how there's so much like love for like and apologies for people like Britney or for people like Paris and Lindsay Lohan, who had people were so evil to them, and how like as a community we need to apologize to Britney. I'm like, absolutely, but like also that behavior is still being they're still doing it. And it's just like, do you want me to just get to the point where I become agoraphobic or so stressed out or so anxious to perform or whatever that I don't like? You want me to get to that point? Because if I don't say anything, I will. If I do not stand up for myself, I will quit, because I cannot bear this. Like, I cannot bear people touching me who I don't know. I cannot bear people following me. And like, it's really scary. Or I cannot bear people saying I'm something I'm not. That's what's really hard online. People just assume you're the villain. I can't do this if I'm not trying to like protect who I am. Otherwise, I will be either quit or done, or just like so severely depressed I have to go back to the hospital vibes.
So would you say that you're fighting back for Britney, for Lindsay, for all the girls who had to just stand back and just like take it? Like, would you say you're like, nah, fuck that. I'm changing this direction now.
I think for like all the girls with you right now, right? Like all the like Sabrina Carpenters and all the girls that like are trying to, you know, maybe successful and be artists. Like, you're not just saying that you can't do that to me.
You can't do that to them.
To any of them.
Yeah.
Well, and also like Britney was saying the things I was saying. That's like the saddest part, is like the girls have been saying like, fuck you, get out of my face. And no one has listened. And like, because they have laid the groundwork, I can say what I did. Like, they walked so I could run.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like, I mean, it's the same with like Madonna wearing, I can wear this right now, this like bridal. Madonna fucking sacrificed herself on that MTV fucking stage. Like
a virgin.
Like a virgin.
I will tell you that there's something that you said in your response to this that resonated with me very heavy, because I know you've seen me, and I know you see me on Drag Race, whatever, and I know, sister, you've seen me. I go through a lot of stuff online too, just because I'm loud, live, and in color. And you said something just now, was that you're not allowed. I was doing a series on my Instagram letting bitches know, bitch, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to read my body when you can't tell me that I'm bad body when you're built like a baked potato. You can't tell me that my body is awful when you're shaped like a Slurpee. You're not going to do that. You're not going to be in my comment section doing all of this stuff, because I'm going to take your fucking picture and I'm going to post your picture up there with your comment, and I'm going to say, you're not allowed. You can't do this. And I think that what has happened is that society has said, oh, you're a star. Let them eat you up. You're making money. So the trade-off is, well, you're rich, you're famous, you'll get to do whatever you want to do. So these people get to say nasty shit to you. And you should be so booked and busy that you can't say nothing back. Because because Sasha, you said that you'll write stuff and then you'll send it to your friend and then you'll delete it.
Yeah.
Say that shit. Chappell said, fuck you. You're not going to be able to say that to me. Don't call my name like that. Remember that, like people have to start breaking out of the mold so that it can change. Like, I'm letting those people know, I started on the internet. Honey, you found me on the internet. And they always say, well, what would Beyonce do? Okay. Beyonce responds in her music. because that's her craft. My craft is www. And so if you hit me while we in www, I'm going to WWE on your ass. That's how that's going to work. And so moving forward, are you relieved every time that you get the opportunity to be like, yo, hold up. I'm not ready to turn to the side. I don't want to give that picture yet. I'm not ready. Chill for a second.
Well, I will say, like, walking on the Grammys carpet, not one person disrespected me. Not one person. They didn't even, like, scream at me. And they wouldn't even call me Chappell. They said, Ms. Roan, sweetheart, can you turn? Ms. Roan, Ms. Roan. It changed. Yeah. And it's changed with fan behavior, too. Like, that's what's so amazing also about the internet. Like, people hate it when you call them out, and immediately it's, like, defensive. You how dare you say I can't come up and take a photo with you? I deserve to. And it's like, I told people how I feel uncomfortable, and people listened.
Boundaries.
Yeah,
boundaries. People listened. And it's like, it's hard to not get into internet battles, because it's like, one, a lot of those are bots. I have to remind myself, like, a lot of those just aren't even people. They're just fucking bots. But two, like, it hurts my feelings too much. It literally just, the comments hurt my feelings too much. Yeah. It hurts my feelings.
You're human.
And, like, so I just don't even open them. But my therapist we were talking about it, because it takes up a lot of my headspace. Like, all the negativity. And I understand when people get upset at, like, something I do or something they disagree with. There is so much in this world to be upset about. People don't even know what to be mad about first. And online, they have the same amount of power to comment as I do to comment. Everyone is, like, all of a sudden on the same playing field, all level. And because everyone is so fucking oppressed that when they write something hateful and it gets a lot of views, a lot of attention, for once their voice matters.
Yeah.
Finally, something they said is being recognized. Finally, they can feel like they were right. Even if it's negative, even if it's a lie. And so it's like, these people who are so fucking mean in the comments, like, the only validation sometimes they have is for a day on Twitter, something they said was the most important thing.
Yeah, and it trended.
And it trended. And that is so addictive. Even if it's hateful. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Of course they're going to do that.
I remember I had, like, a fan who was always write, like, nice things, and I wouldn't really, like, respond, and then decided to, like, switch it up and, like, start saying mean stuff to, like, get a rise out of me. And did you rise? And I fell for it, you know? I was like, wow, it does work. And that's what some people are, like, motivated on, like, this negative impact. Like, I can bully you to get a rise out of you, because really, like, how you were saying, oh, you know, we're famous. You know, you should just be happy to do whatever you get. And well, it's that mentality of, like, scarcity that is in all of us that makes us feel like, oh, this one just got something, let me go after. Let me just tear this person apart, because we're all, like, actually struggling. Everyone else is, like, dying. So of course, just put it against this person. And I think that's, like, that crowd, like, riot mentality. Like, it just gets more and more. But then after, like, the dust settles, then there's a boundary that was set, and then all of a sudden they respect it.
Yeah, because listen, they not up under my comments doing that as much as they were last week.
Right.
Because they were scared that I was gonna put their tore up ass body up there and let them see the honey. Girl, you're a baked potato. I might be a little spud, but you're a whole baked potato, girl.
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. Now, before I move to the next thing, I want to stay here for just a second, because I want to say now that both of you are stars from home, to piggyback off of that same villain era question, how do you, have you received it from your own people? Like, okay, let me give you an example. So, I'm on Cozy with Beyonce, right? I get some of the other trans girls be like, oh, honey, it wasn't like that she was in the studio with Beyonce and this is all girl. Like they try to minimalize like your success or minimalize, oh girl, be humble. Or I've seen them try to petition because I've cussed the bitch out. I've seen them try to petition to get me removed from the song. Like these are people that are from my own community and like stuff like this. Like you want to be able to say all this type of trash to me, and then minimize, my accolade. And then when I cuss your ass out, now you want to get me removed. So what is it? Have you guys experienced that?
Like from like my own community.
Like after you won Drag Race, like you're RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
You've won $200,000. How many of the girls done been like, oh, child?
Well, not to my face, but I'm sure they have.
That's right. But
I'm sure they have.
Oh, girl,
and there's
only
been
Drag
like,
Race.
some like, like some like sisters or like the girls. It's like very like, well, where's mine? Really, is that what that is?
Oh.
So it's like, oh, how come her? Why her?
Ah. So you have experienced it too.
100, yeah.
Niece.
I find I'm very confused when the queer community goes like, just trashes on other members of the. I'm just confused.
I'm always.
I'm just like, look, being mad is so important. Like, if you are mad, that is fucking real. And you can do something with that. Like, get mad enough to like
make change.
Do something with that anger, how much hatred you have for me. Go to your lawmakers. Like, go vote. Go volunteer. Like, fine. But like, it hurts me when queer people tear me down. A lot of the queer community is not going to agree with me.
Well, you're in the right space,
and that hurts.
Yeah. I understand exactly what both of you ladies mean, because there's times that I get the opportunity to have positions of a talk show, positions of a podcast, positions of being on Beyonce or position, like getting those positions, and then it becomes, well, why didn't you
use that?
Why didn't you say this? Why didn't you say? It's like, sweetie, my presence is my activism, my
but then we do say
visibility.
something, then it's like, why are you speaking for us?
Yeah, like, why are you saying this for us?
Don't be talking about all of us.
Yeah. And so it's like, you shouldn't say that. Well, what about because I've gotten into a lot of hot water for saying, okay, you and I are in the same age bracket and stuff like that. So when we were growing up, Chappell,
you can say certain words.
We're about to shake the table. So get ready, because we want you to understand as a queer woman that we see this, we go through this stuff. As a trans woman, when we were growing up,
what they call us?
faggots, trannies, all the things, trainees, she-males, But when we were growing up, you looked at Sophia Loren. You looked at
who did I used to look at? I mean,
what's Cleopatra? She played Cleopatra.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. I looked at Little Kim, Mary J. Blige. I'm looking at all of these women who I wanted to transition to kind of emulate or to look like. And now we're living in a time, and I'm not invalidating anybody's identity. So I must say that, let me look at the camera. I'm not invalidating anyone's identity as a trans person. But if you're in the bathroom with a beard and you're shaving over the sink, and this becomes a political piece that these people out here campaigning against trans people and saying that, oh, well, they're in the bathroom and they're men in the bathroom. You know, we're always going to be correlated with men because we were born male, but we're not men. And you're in here and you're adding to the stigma.
Are people really shaving in the public bathrooms?
Girl, I don't know.
Girl,
but they use a lot of that stuff as a political ploy.
That is crazy, y'all. No trans woman is walking out trying to be unclockable and then pulling out the barbasol.
But they use that as a lot of political ploy. But then there are a lot
it's insane.
But then when you and I might speak out about like, girl, no, we will say something to the effect of, and this we're conversating here. I got to make sure that you're watching and know that we're having a conversation. We would say something to the fact of, well, no, just like you said, well, no real passable trans woman is in the bathroom shaving. Then you get other ones. Well, what about the ones that can't?
Right.
Then we become the enemy. And it's like, no, we're from different times. And from the times
also not trying to speak for everyone, every trans person, but our experience.
But when every trans person's life is on the line.
Yeah. We'd like to make it a little
We'd like for you to understand that 99.9999% of us, we're trying to pass. Not
just get by. Like,
just to get by.
I just don't want to get spooked or clocked, you know? I just want to get, like, I do not need somebody pointing it out. And that's what every trans person just wants to be. It's okay, let me talk about the word clocking when they clock us down. Because when you look at us from the outer, you feel this goddess energy. You see, then you'll make somebody want to look. And then they see it. And then they have to be like, okay, how am I going to objectify you as a woman? And then once they find out they can't because you weren't born a woman, then that's a problem. But first, they're going to see, how can I objectify you? The amount of times in order for me to like go through the airport and just not get misgendered in a sweatshirt, I have to like sexualize myself. I have to have my tits out and like during TSA, and then they'll call me a woman. Then I'm cool because you want to objectify me. But I have to go through all that. So I'm then not going to go and shave my beard.
In the sink.
At gate C. No, it's not happening.
Yeah. So we feel you. I felt everything that you said, because it becomes like when you're a public figure and you've received all the accolades that you've received and the public is receiving you. Now the responsibility is I have to drag my every
or be some sort of role model. It's like, I didn't ask for that. I want a competition about doing drag and being shady. There was nothing about winning no Nobel Peace Prize. I do not know all the answers, and that's what they had. Like when I was doing like my reigning tour, a lot of questions, a lot of like interviews of like, you know, really like strong political things, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not the answer to that. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question.
I can't be the one to answer that because it's way too loaded.
Every time TMZ runs into me, they want to ask me something about like trans stuff. And I'm like, okay, great. I'm trans. But like they asked me about trans in sports. My answer is there are 500,000 athletes that are in sports. 10 of them are trans. I'm not in sports. 10 of them are trans. The government is focusing on the wrong thing. That's my answer. Don't ask me if I want to play basketball, if I want to volleyball. Don't ask me if I want to be on the swim. I don't want. I'm not. Listen, I failed PE, bitch. I'm fat. I failed PE. I don't know how to answer that. All right, so ladies, we've gotten to this point of our show, and it's called Ban It, Bitch. Okay? Now, this is one of my favorite segments. Ban it, bitch. Now, some people out here are banning drag shows, LGBTQ plus books, and even our very existence, but we're flipping the script. What's something you would ban if you ran the world? Now, here's how this works. We each get 1 minute to make our case for what needs to go. Producers will keep track of time and call out when there's 30 seconds and 10 seconds left. Let me kick it off to show you how it's done. And this is how we're going to do it. So now while I'm doing it, both of you ladies can think about something. So it's just going to be a minute. So you can think about something that you want to ban. I already know what I'm getting ready to do. So you can watch me.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. My name is TS Madison, honey, and it's time for Ban It, Bitch. All right? You ready? You ready to count me down? Let's go. My name is TS Madison. If I ran the world, I would ban the policing on responding to a negative person. Let me tell you something. Every single time that a negative bitch gets down in my comment section, I'm going to respond back to their fucking ass, especially if I'm sitting in first class, honey, or I'm being catered to, honey, and I don't have anything else to do but look down there and see that negative shit that you say, and I cuss your motherfucking ass out. I'm tired of y'all being able to say whatever the fuck you want to say, and because I'm a star, I can't say anything back. Bitch, you gonna get this work. If you tap on my door, I'm gonna work your ass out, honey, like a trainer in a gym, bitch. I'm gonna work you out. Especially if you girls are built up like Slurpees and telling me that my body is bad. Bitch, I wanna ban you from being in my comment section. I wanna ban an ugly bitch for calling me ugly. Bitch, you look like Magilla Gorilla. I wanna ban a fat bitch from calling me fat. Bitch, you are big as the goddamn state of Idaho, girl. There is no way that you're gonna have the ability to lay me out anymore without me responding. I ban it, bitch.
That was good.
Ooh, I felt that.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Did I get it?
To Capitol Hill.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, ladies, now y'all
I don't
see
know how
how
to
it's
get
done?
after that. I was still trying to figure out what to ban. Hold on. That I'm that passionate about for a whole minute.
Yeah.
Do you have yours? I don't have mine.
I can I do multiple things?
Oh, baby. Let it out.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chappell Roan, and these are things that I think should be banned. Banned it. Okay. I ban hot takes. I don't want to see your hot take. I don't care. I just want to see fun things online. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't care if you are, hi, publicist here. I don't believe you, first of all. Also, if you're a publicist, get the fuck out of the comments and do your job. Second of all, I don't think you actually know anything about me at all. Second of all, pop crave, ban it. Third of all, cork shoes, ban it. Ugly.
Period. I felt like the weight off of your shoulders.
She said,
That's
pop crave,
beautiful.
ban it.
I'm gonna just, I live. I'm gonna do a few too then. Let me just take a note from daughter
Okay.
here. Okay. All right, then I'm going on a tangent.
Yes, my name is Sasha Colby.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
My name is Sasha Colby, and if I ruled the world, I would ban. Let me see, what would I ban? I would ban like any dating apps that approve these men holding fishes as their profile pic. I don't want to see your fish. I don't want to know your boat because it just looks like you're about to remove that fish as a body, and I'm not about it. What else would I ban? I would ban.
30 seconds.
Oh gosh. What else would I ban? I mean, hateful people, awful comments. I would ban bad drag. I would ban I would ban anybody who is not washing their pads from my space. Go wash your stuff. I would ban the current government right now. I've banned that. And I would ban me from the women's bathroom because I would love to go in the bathroom with your husband.
And there we go, honey. This has been banned, bitch. Wait, you gonna be in the bathroom?
I mean, if I had to go into these bathrooms, I want to be able to go into the bathhouses too. The ones that they never let us in, you know?
The trans girls, they never let the
girls
trans in the bathhouse.
Baby, you wanna
It's
call me-
only
it's
been
the
for the
pick and
gay men.
choosing.
See, here you go. Only the gay men have been allowed to go in the bathhouses.
And that's my new proposition.
And they've also been only allowed to go to the sex parties.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would, like if you were trans, you couldn't go there.
Yeah.
Like why?
Like, the misogyny was really pick or choose. It's really handpicked.
It's like why? Because like I can't help that we're in between. We're in between.
And we threaten all y'all's trade.
Yes. Ladies, I would like to tell you I've had the most wonderful time interviewing you both. You have been wonderful guests. Chappell, I didn't get to tell you, my kink is karma. There's a line in your song. Run it, Trent. Tell me the line.
People say I'm jealous, but my kink is watching you ruin your life.
People say I'm jealous, but my kink is watching you ruin
Your life.
your life.
Yeah.
Every time I have an ex, he gets this. May you never sleep. May you never slumber. May you reach and never grasp. And I get a kink out of watching their lives fall completely apart.
It feels good.
It feels good.
Oh, it feels so good.
It feels good to know that all of those people that threw you away, that all of those people that counted you out, that those people that walked out of your life, that those people that wished ill for you, that all they got to do is wait for karma.
Mm.
And it's definitely going to come around. And my kinky ass is going to be right there in a pair of boots, watching it fuck you down. Did y'all have a good time?
I had a great time.
A ball.
Ladies, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of y'all busy schedule, honey. I love you very much, and y'all are always welcome on the Outlaws podcast with TS Madison. Did we do it?